Hello guys, and this is my my DIY cardboard 737-800 or just NG home cockpit. Yeah, and the room is this big, and it's kind of full of stuff like RC aeroplanes. Yeah, it's kind of like up there. Not that much of RC aeroplanes, just models, and all other good jazz. I am currently working on annunciators. I spent the entirety of this morning basically doing those, and my hopes are high, as you can clearly see right here. And yeah, I've printed that out because my overhead 24 hours ago it looked quite a bit more good because there was a panel, and here was a panel, and they're now all off. Here's the fuel panel. I'm doing retexturing. I have printed out. Hold on. Yeah, I have taken the textures from the explain thing, wherever it is. Yeah, over here, and I've gone into. Yeah, here was me taking annunciators, and yeah, and I'm just taking all those textures, putting them into the size that it should be, then printing them out. And the thing I'm doing right now are the annunciators, which I just put there on the glare wing because I'm gonna do those in a few minutes. Start doing those, and the next thing panel here I'm gonna do is the fuel panel. I'm gonna redo. I mean, like, here's the thing. I already have it, but it's a DIY. It doesn't look all too good, and yeah, I just ripped it out with sheer and brutal force. Here is my annunciator V1, but yeah, it was kind of sketchy. I cut it out from Pt1 foam. It's not really focusing all too goodly. What am I talking about? And I used my cheap ass soldering iron, which is using, come on camera please, actually, USB to plug it in here, and then just like use those few seconds that it wasn't too hot to engrave that, and then carefully use acrylic paint to to make it black so that the light doesn't shine through. And a resistor, of course. It's really simple with one LED because it's enough for a simple annunciator. And I put it in here just to test because, yeah, there are like a million of those. Wait, hold on. One's saying low pressure. Like, put them all first, counted them up, and because it's really quite a few. Right. The next thing I'm gonna retexture is this EFIS panel. I don't know what happened here, but if I try and kind of like, if I you can see it's pretty looking pretty bad, because if I scrub over this, it's just a bit, the stuff sticks to my finger and doesn't really look. That said Barrow 30 seconds ago. Now it's gone. If I do it here, it holds for whatever reason. I don't care, because I'm redoing all those panels. Here is the old. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Sorry. Instrument 1, or whatever it was called. X-Plane actually only has one functioning switch in here, and that's that one. Here is the remake. I have left that empty because it's a 3-position switch, and I don't have any of those yet. I still have to buy them. And yeah, that's still gonna fit that. And those here, of course, you might just notice what am I talking again? That there is a gauge missing, because yeah, I'm kind of low in terms of money. My financial resources are kind of low. I have that button functioning, all those switches here, those again are 3 position switches, valve close, auto open, like 3. I don't have that yet. And those again do work. That gauge, I need a stepper motor or a servo, which I have many of, but they don't work with the Arduinos for whatever godforsaken reason. I have no clue. Okay. For the last, I don't know, 3 weeks, I have been working on, I've been working on this. It kind of stuck in here. My camera work isn't all too great because it's stuck. Wait, okay, somewhere I should have a USB cable coming out, which I can just kind of like push in, and then it should be able to pull it out. A fully maxed out Arduino, yeah, fully, like I have 5 pins left, which still gonna be occupied for those cores things, which I have not been able to get to work. They just won't. That one doesn't, like, it shows zeros, and here I didn't even, because the Chinese guys messed up the 7-segment displays and soldered them in the wrong way, which is great. Like all those, MCP buttons. You can hear that. They do actually work. They're gonna light up if I were to connect that. That works. That display's a bit inconsistent. I gotta buy new displays. Those Chinese guys, they really messed that up. That one works perfectly well, as well as that one. But X-Plane messes the value up, kind of. So I gotta fix that. It's kind of broken. Yeah, that's also a bit inconsistent. So I gotta work on that. Switches all work, and it's kind of wobbly in here. I won't glue it in actually, because I need to be able to pull it out for maintenance. So just let it kind of like I'll look into it. And also, flight director for the FO first officer also works. I've simplified the autopilot disengage switch. It's really just one broken switch, which I used, and one working switch, which I used for the switching action thing. And yeah, this is my beautiful yoke, which doesn't really look like a 737 yoke, but the height is right, and yeah, I have a simple spring system down here that makes it be kind of like, it's kind of wobbly, but that's fine. Normally you hold the yoke, so that's good. I have my throttle quadrant, which has reversers. Throttle, which actually, like, it holds in place because of some extremely brilliant engineering here. That Arduino will have to be maxed out. It's kind of like underwhelmed. That is because I started with that Arduino. I had only one to test and prototype, and the gear lever, I built it actually before before anything else. That was the first thing, and I used this broken servo cable to connect it, and now that's kind of just, I gotta find a permanent solution for that. And yeah, about the throttle, you may be able to see if I just pull on that, it moves around in here, and it's really difficult to see. But if I kind of touch it that way. Here, there's this piece of cardboard, and it's stuck between two different pieces, which are just kind of like clamped together with that thing. And that's what is making the actual throttle lever be positioned into place. Like, it's not the strongest. It's kind of like, yeah. But those detents, those back detents, you really just, you hold the throttle. You wouldn't leave it on like 5%. You'd hold that. That's on landing. Like, you wouldn't let that go. And the parking brake is also just extremely simple. You put that in, and then there's a button, which you can hear. Boom. And you pull it out. Hits another button. Really simple. An LED just under some different foam. What am I? I can't speak. I'm sorry. And yeah, I gotta paint that red. Here I have some textures, which worked so incredibly well that I just decided to redo my entire overhead, and I don't know, I'll look into those textures, because I'm kind of like still unsure. There, I gotta put a stepper motor, and that is like all those auto brake panels. They're actually like, they are important, but they are hidden, like stuck. Here's some real mess. They are stuck behind here, which is stupid. Like, I have some structural support, because that isn't really the strongest part of everything. Here's the gear lever, which is not 3-position, because I don't really need that, to be honest. It's just 2-position, like boom, and that brown wire. Those are the lights up here, which are also completely stupid, because they are dependent. They're just one single offset in an X-plane, which is kind of stupid, but yeah. And here, the first officer screen, I actually installed that like 2 days ago, and that's an iMac display. I have this thing, this iMac, which I found in the forest and repaired, and the shell, the casing was completely dead. So I bought a broken iMac after buying a screen for the damaged iMac, and I had 2 screens then. So I used the second one that was inside the broken iMac to put it in here, and I have, yeah, VGA, of course, on top as always. Your power supply just running in here. Boom, that's fixed. That is like right here, and here it's powering all of the 3 screens, and yeah, that's all that is to it. It's kind of like held by those massive cardboard things. They have held this display panel, which has the lowest resolution ever. That's why I didn't use it anymore. I removed it. Held it for a year, because I was kind of like, I lost motivation mid through, but since like a month ago, I've been interested again and started making progress, actually. I put in that screen, replaced that screen, and yeah, my yoke. I gotta explain that a bit more. I'm sorry. That's really tight. I have no space. There's a keyboard. Here is a Arduino Leonardo, which also controls the reversers, because Mobiflight broke with them. The throttle was glitching out, and I didn't want to do that. It was like the same axis, and it was kind of broken in the software, so I just completely skipped that. Pulled out the wires, made it so I can connect them using those connector thingies over here. And then also the paddles. And actually, the fun thing is, over here, I have a steering wheel, which you can't really see, to be honest, so I'll just move through. That is an F1 steering wheel. Hello, camera. Which I've also built myself, which I can just stick on to the to the yoke, and if I put it over here, like lean it against. So if I apply a bit of pressure to the wheel, it just doesn't move. So I can play F1 games using that. And I also have for my dad, I have built this. I've actually, like, I bought this pipe for the first officer yoke, and I thought, nah, I'm just gonna build a second steering wheel on a thing that doesn't really look all too great, but I have also here this wire, which also connects to over here as well as the reversers do. So I have a thing, you know. It's really modular. I can like use it for different purposes. Difficult to explain. So that was my full size, by the way, 1:1 737 home cockpit. I kind of still have to figure out measurements for this roof, which is really kind of like annoying because I'm unable to find those for a few weeks now. Here I have a stupid little checklist, and here I have a stupid display management prototyping thing, which is completely irrelevant because I'm building a new PC. Here's the PSU. It came yesterday, and the old one is kind of like here. It's really bad. It's some kind of like HP thing from 2020 that doesn't even have USB 3.0 port, so it's bad. I don't know why there's some other board in here. I'll just take it out when I'll seal that up and put the other display and how's it called again? FMCs. Yeah, that was my view in the home cockpit. I'll make follow-up. I'll make many follow-ups actually. Yeah. Hope you liked it. And I'll put that throttle quadrant back and leave a like, subscribe. This is a new channel. I kind of have 2 million channels at this point. Right. Bye.